Hello, and welcome to Innovative Calls. I am Professor Nikki Eshtiaqi from RMIT University in Melbourne, Australia. Before we dive into today's topic, do not forget to subscribe to our channel and hit that bell icon, and you never miss an episode. At Innovative Calls, we are a community of university professors, researchers, and students supporting each other by sharing experiences, real life stories, and offering advice to help you thrive in your study, research, and professional journey. In past episodes, we have explored the component of emotional intelligence, a skill that helps us better understand ourselves and people around us. These skills are crucial not only in our professional lives, but in our everyday interaction as well. As we have discussed, self-regard is a key part of emotional intelligence. And today, we will continue our journey by diving deeper into this important concept. If you haven't watched the previous episode, I highly recommend you to check them out. I will provide links to those episodes in the description below. So, first we need to see what is self-regard. In a simple terms, self-regard means respecting and accepting yourself while being honest about your strength and weakness. It's about knowing who you are, feeling good about what you do well, but also acknowledging areas where you can improve. It is foundation for inner confidence and resilience. Now, many of us have heard of self-esteem, but you might wonder if self-regard is the same thing. Let's explore that and see if they are the same or if there is some difference. The next question is, are they the same? Not quite. While self-esteem and self-regard both deal with the how we see and value ourselves, they are not exactly the same. Self-esteem is overall evaluation of your worth, essentially how much you like yourself. It's based on how you think you measure up to the others, your accomplishment, and sometimes the validation you receive from those around you. On the other hand, self-regard is about being accurately aware of your strength and weakness and accepting yourself fully despite the imperfection. It's not just about feeling good about yourself. It's about honestly assessing who you are with all your abilities and limitations and being comfortable with that. So self-esteem is an overall evaluation of yourself, while self-regard is a more balanced, realistic self-assessment that includes both strength and the area of weakness. It's more about being secure and self-aware, not inflated with the pride or diminished by self-doubt. In other words, self-esteem is often about how you feel about yourself. Self-regard is about how you see yourself clearly, honestly, and compassionately. So while high self-esteem might help you feel good about yourself temporarily, high self-regard gives you emotional strength that lasts and sustains you because it is based on reality, not image. I have added a table to the description of the episode. It reflects a more detailed comparison between these two concepts. Please feel free to share it with the others who may find it useful. And now, let's explore this deeper through real-world examples. We look at a student, researcher, and professionals and how their self-regard or lack of it play out in everyday academic and work situations. Rebecca, the overachieving graduate student. Rebecca is a PhD student in chemical engineering. Despite consistently publishing in a respected journal and receiving positive feedbacks from her supervisor, she constantly doubts herself. After every seminar, she replays her performance. Was my answer too simplistic? Did I sound unprepared? Even though her peer admire her communication skill, Rebecca dismisses compliment. Her internal standard is so high that no real life achievement feel good enough. In this example, Rebecca represents someone who has a very high standard for herself, but doesn't allow room for imperfections. This kind of perfectionism can lead to a lack of self-regard, as she struggled to acknowledge her strength and accomplishments. While striving for excellence is admirable, true self-regard allows you to accept and value yourself even when you do not meet your perfect standard. Rebecca's constant doubt prevents her from feeling content or confident in her ability. Her journey towards self-regard involves recognizing that perfection isn't goal. Learning, growing, and accepting setback is. Story 2. Peter, the self-critical engineer. Peter, a young software engineer, just finished a major project ahead of deadline. But when a minor bug appeared in testing, he thought, I cannot believe I missed that. I am so careless. What if they lose trust in me? Even though the team praised his work, Peter couldn't let go of the mistake. He defined his entire performance by one flaw. In this example, Peter demonstrates low self-regard because he is unable to accept that mistakes are normal, especially in high-stakes work like software development. Self-regard involves understanding that no one is perfect and setbacks are part of growth. Instead of seeing the bug as a learning opportunity, Peter's harsh self-criticism prevents him from feeling good about his achievement. His lack of self-compassion makes it hard for him to bounce back and focus on solution. A person with a high self-regard would have the confidence to accept mistakes, learn from them, and move forward without obsessing over them. Story 3. Liz, the all-knowing intern. Liz, a summer intern at a biotech company, is quick to share her opinion on everything, from lab protocols to marketing strategy. When her supervisor gives her feedback, she rolls her eyes. It just doesn't get how things work in a modern lab. When her proposal isn't chosen, she claims office politics are to blame. At first glance, Liz might seem like a confident individual, but this inflated self-esteem comes from unrealistic view of her ability. Self-regard, however, isn't about thinking you are perfect or superior to others. True self-regard involves being honest about your strength and area for growth. Lee's refusal to accept feedback and tendency to blame others for her failure show that she lacks self-awareness. Her inflated sense of self leads to misunderstanding and frustration. Because self-regard is grounded in reality, not ego. In contrast, people with a high self-regard can accept feedback and grow without letting it damage their sense of self-worth. Story 4. Dave, the research assistant. Dave is a mid-Korea researcher co-leading an international project. He is confident in his expertise, but openly admits when he needs input from other team members. I am not a modeling expert. Could you walk me through the analysis? He asked, without hesitation. His calm, collaborative attitude earns him respect. He regularly gives credit to junior colleagues, mentors openly, and doesn't shy away from discussing mistakes. In this example, Dave is a prime example of healthy self-regard. He recognizes his strength, but he also knows where others may have more expertise. This openness to collaboration and learning allow him to grow and build stronger professional relationships. His confidence comes not from pretending to know everything, but from acknowledging what he knows and what he doesn't. True self-regard is about having the security to accept help. Dave's approach fosters mutual respect and create an environment where others feel valued and empowered, leading to better results for everyone involved. Story 5. Lara, the policy analyst who overreaches. Lara just landed her first job as a policy analyst. She wants to stand out, so she takes on 5 major projects at the same time, refusing help, determined to prove herself. Within a week, deadlines slip, and she misses key detail in briefing that affect the team's credibility. Instead of asking for support, Lara blames a lack of structure in the department. In this case, Lara's story demonstrates how insecurity can falsely show itself as an overconfidence. Instead of acknowledging that she might need help or adjusting her workload, she pushes herself too hard and ends up making mistakes. High self-regard means knowing your limit and being comfortable asking for support when needed. Lara's refusal to acknowledge her own limitation is a barrier to building the kind of the balanced self-regard that allows for sustainable success. Learning to recognize when you have taken on too much and asking for help isn't a sign of weakness. It is a sign of emotional intelligence and self-respect. Story 6. Martin, the business consultant who keep it real. Martin is a senior engineering consultant known for his sharp insight and calm behavior. In high-stake meeting, a client challenges his strategy. Martin doesn't get defensive. You are right. That's a valid concern. Let's revise the model based on your data, he says. Later, junior colleagues ask how he stays so calm. Martin replies, because I don't need to be right all the time. I need the project to succeed. That's what matters. In this example, Martin's ability to remain calm and receptive in the face of criticism is a hallmark of the high self-regard. It doesn't need to be smarter or always have the final word. Confidence, when grounded in self-regard, isn't about showing off. It's about being secure enough to admit when you are wrong and stay focused on the bigger goal. Martin's willingness to accept constructive feedback and make an improvement demonstrates the emotional maturity that comes with the genuine self-regard. This kind of confidence fosters trust and collaboration, as others are more likely to feel comfortable working with someone who is grounded and self-aware. So let's conclude what we discussed. In today's episode, we have explored the important concept of self-regard and how it plays a crucial role in emotional intelligence. As we saw, while self-esteem focuses on your overall evaluation of yourself, self-regard is about being accurately aware of your strength and weakness and accepting yourself for who you truly are Both are important, but self-regard provides a more realistic and grounded view of yourself, while leads to a greater personal growth and success. Remember, developing self-regard isn't about striving for perfection, but about being comfortable with who you are, imperfections and all. I hope you enjoyed today's topic and found it helpful. If you find this episode helpful, don't forget to subscribe to Innovaticals, share it with your friends, colleagues, or anyone who might benefit from this insight. And leave us a comment to share your story and experiences. We are here to support each other and help everyone thrive in their study, research, and professional career and personal life. Thank you for watching and see you next time.